happy Sunday. I am doing a little bit of a refresh, a reset, everything. Got some laundry going behind me. And I have quite a few trips coming up over the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna be going to Salem and Mount Greylock. We're gonna be traveling up to Massachusetts, and I'm really excited about that. I do have family up there, and that's really the main reason. But of course, we can't just take a simple trip. We're gonna make it a little more fun. So today I am going to take you with me. I'm going to go run some errands and just start getting some things prepared for this trip. I'm also gonna finalize planning it. So this one, we are gonna have a vehicle. It's gonna be a little bit more planning, a little bit more driving around from spot to spot than we would normally do on a trip like this. And I would just thought that I would show you guys how I plan these trips as a travel agent as well. So stay with me for the ride. Let's go run some errands. It is such a gorgeous day in North Carolina. I'm gonna tell you guys more about this Boston trip, Massachusetts trip, and what we have intentions of doing and how unique of an experience I'm gonna try to create. But in the meantime, I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to start at the Goodwill. I have to drop a few things off that have been sitting around my house for a while. So that's step one. I always run into the Goodwill whenever I am there, unless I'm in a rush, of course, because you just never know what you're gonna find there. I have found really cool, like, vintage luggage, vintage chests, things that I just really love seeing and or getting, and fun home organizers and things like that. So, and then I think I'm going to run to the Dollar Tree. I do need to get some spray bottles and a few things for the house, but I also like to run in there because they have some pretty good hidden gem travel items that are really good to have on hand when you are traveling. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me, and then we will talk about the trip. All right, just leaving the Goodwill and the Dollar Tree. I didn't really find a whole lot for the Dollar Tree. I ended up getting a lot more things for the house, organization, cleaning supplies, stuff like that. But I will show you some of the fun things I saw in the Dollar Tree that I just didn't need at that time that are really great for travel. And I actually did find quite a few things at the Goodwill that I think will be fun for my next upcoming trip. We're gonna see if they work with outfits. I love creating fun outfits specifically for a trip that matches the vibe, that aesthetic of wherever we're going to visit. So I will often run into the Goodwill and just see if I can pick something up, because there's a good chance that might be the only time I wear it.
Gotta find my way to you.
All right, guys, I am super excited about this. This is one of the dresses I found at the Goodwill. It has some ruffles on the sleeves. It has a built-in padded bra. It's totally giving spring in Salem, witchy, but also springy vibes. Oh, it was such a good find. I also found these super cute. They're like ankle length skirts. Well, ankle length on me because I'm short. Ankle length skirts. They're high-waisted, and they could pair with something long sleeve or short sleeve or even tank top depending on the weather. So I think I found most of my Salem outfits at the Goodwill today, and I'm kind of excited about that. Obviously, as I get closer, I'll do a try-on video with the outfits that I do commit to, but I need to see what the weather is actually going to do. It could be super hit or miss in New England. It could be really hot and sunny, or it could be cold and rainy. So I'm going to give it another week or so, and right before, I will decide. Okay, welcome to my very messy desk. We are not about necessarily being the most organized here. We're about getting stuff done. So that's exactly what we're gonna do right now. So the reason that this trip is gonna be so unique is that we're not just going to Massachusetts to go to Boston or anything like that. For those of you who follow me, you know that my family is pretty fond of Harry Potter. We love Harry Potter stuff. And something that was just mentioned in the first Fantastic Beast movie was the Ivermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, which, you know, according to the story, was the only school of witchcraft and wizardry in the United States. And that the individual, the woman who founded it, was actually a descendant of Slytherin, and there's a whole really cool story behind it. This school, which you can only see with your eyes if you are actually a wizard, sits atop Mount Greylock in Adams, Massachusetts. So we are going to not only try to squeeze in Salem, but we're also going to try to squeeze that in as well. And for those of you who follow me pretty closely on social media, you know that my husband is also participating in Summit 50, which is getting to the highest point of each of the 50 states. And then there's also some regional ones as well, like one in Washington, D.C. So Mount Greylock happens to be the summit of Massachusetts. So our plan is going to go a little something like this. There's a lot of wheels turning. He is actually going to drive one of our vehicles up. He's going to hit up a couple summits along the way. My daughter and I are going to fly into New Haven, Connecticut. Very big shout out to Avelo Airlines because we actually won these round trip tickets as part of their, giveaways. They're always doing a lot of giveaways. So huge shout out and thank you to Avelo Airlines for giving us these tickets. So we're gonna fly in from Raleigh-Durham to New Haven, Connecticut. We are gonna make the journey to Adams that night. It's gonna be a late night for us. He's going to do the summit in the morning. You can also technically drive up to the top of Mount Greylock, which is probably what my daughter and I will do because she did just sprain her ankle a couple weeks ago and she's not 100% yet. And then from there, we're gonna make our way over to the East Coast by where my family lives and where Salem is. So with that being said, we have to try to plan out the hotels strategically and what days we're gonna be where, and that's what I'm gonna work on right now. I am super excited to take this trip because I feel like for my daughter, it's going to be not only full of history, it's going to be full of a lot of fun and something that she's interested in and that she can relate to. It'll be a great way to spend her trek out. So I'm going to get to work now on booking these hotels and making sure that we have all of our T's crossed and our I's dotted and everything. And don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I'm going to be throwing out so many tips and tricks. For those of you who don't know, I am a travel agent, so I love sharing these tips and tricks with you. And of course, we are a fee-free booking service, so our services are complimentary. It's just help for you to be able to feel confident booking your trip. Reach out if you have any questions or comment below, and I will see you guys real soon. Happy travels. Ciao.